3 months ago, I purchased all 3 available Ace Combat games for the PS2, and in the same month, I reviewed Ace Combat 4. Now, I think I should tell you that my first experience with the franchise was with Assault Horizon on the PS3, which is kind of considered the black sheep of the franchise, as some people very much enjoyed it, while other, more hardcore fans didn't really consider it to be a true Ace Combat game. Now, I ain't here to tell you if that's true or not, because I enjoyed the game, and through it, I was able to fly right into the franchise that I now am completely addicted to. And with that said, here is my review for the amazing Ace Combat 5 on the PS2. As usual, story is up first, and in my previous Ace Combat review I said something like, flight combat games don't have to have a good story, but it's very much welcomed, and I still agree with that. However, in the case of Ace Combat 5, it really did impress me when it came to its story, and if you was a fan of Ace Combat 4's story, then I'm quite certain you will love what you'll follow in this game. Ace Combat 5 takes place in the world of, and I know I'll probably mess this up, Strange Aerial. This is basically Ace Combat's version of Earth, so an alternate universe, and this is where we'll find the 2 rival nations, Osea and Yuktobania. 15 years ago, these 2 nations were at war with each other, and only when nukes were used is when peace was finally found, but tensions have been rising ever since, and with that brings a war and a deadly conspiracy to uncover. Here enters Wardog Squadron, who are part of the Osean military, and this is where you'll find your main character, callsign Blaze. Other members include, and I'll be referring to them by callsign, you have Edge, Chopper, Archer, and renowned ace pilot Heartbreak 1. Now, I ain't gonna spoil anything for you because I found the story to be very interesting and it has much more personal weight to it. Compared to Ace Combat 4, I really did care for all the characters who were in my squadron, and with that many twists and turns in the story, it just added to the tension. Quite a bit of the story will be told in CGI cutscenes and also while in flight via radio transmissions. Overall, Ace Combat 5 tells a pretty damn cool story, while also feeling quite genuine in regards to characters and what they have to face. Couple that with crazy radio chatter and cutscenes, well, you have a surprisingly good story for a great game. Onto gameplay, and I'm very happy to say that Ace Combat 5 may have given me my best Ace Combat experience yet, and for me, this is due to the high standard of gameplay found in this particular title. Like in the previous game before it, Ace Combat 5 plays beautifully, with tight controls, tons of action, a tremendous amount of playable planes, adding up to 53 in total for AC5, and a good variety of missions. Not only that, but Ace Combat 5 also includes wingmen who can be issued orders, and I was surprised to find that this feature isn't a load of crap. I mean, your wingmen actually do help you. When actually playing though, like I mentioned before, the game controls just fine, with your controller giving you all that you need in order to master your aircraft. You can roll, pitch, strafe, and all the other good stuff with ease. Not only that, but you also have a mini-map that the button for is pressure sensitive, allowing you to affect how zoomed in your map becomes, which is a nice little touch and is also very useful. Weaponry is your usual affair, with the player being able to use twin-seeking missiles, rotary cannons, and other more specialised weapons depending on what aircraft you're using. Missions in Ace Combat 5 will see you tackle numerous foes ranging from attackers and bombers and deadlier targets that I won't even tell you about, but you'll also find yourself attacking tanks, outposts and more. So really you'll never know how each mission will play out, as enemies can vary from air to land and even sea targets such as attack boats and so on. You can of course unlock and purchase new aircraft as well by completing missions and fulfilling certain criteria while in mission. If the main campaign isn't enough for you, then make sure to check out the arcade mode, which takes you back to playing as the ever so famous Mobius 1 from Ace Combat 4. This is more of a time attack mode, with each destroyed target giving you more time to complete the mission, and through this mode the game just shows and highlights how fun the gameplay really is. Graphically, Ace Combat 5 is very impressive, but it is starting to show its age a little bit. I mean, planes, explosions, smoke effects and more are just great, and even though the ground textures really aren't the best thing to look at due to, Well, it being a flight game, and this is on the PS2, that's just kind of expected, and the game can get a little bit, well, blurry in a few instances, depending on what you're doing and what's happening, but overall, Ace Combat 5 looks fantastic. Before I wrap this review up, I have to mention sound, and for me, this really is a huge factor whether these types of games are effective at portraying flight combat. Not only sound effects, but also music, and this is where Ace Combat 5 shines, and it was the same for Ace Combat 4. The soundtrack for this game just heightens everything to tremendous levels of awesome. The music just adds to the tension to the game, and when you're flying and you hear the music pumping, you just get determined to take those enemies down and protect your allies. Not only is the music fantastic, but the sound of radio chit-chatter going back and forth is quite high quality, but in a few instances it may sound a little bit cliche and weird, but in most instances, your teammates and enemies talking over the radio just really adds to the battles. To conclude this review, Ace Combat 5 is a very exciting and well-crafted game. Sure, it doesn't change too much compared to the previous title, but why do so when the pre-existing formula already works so well? If you're looking for a new flight game to play and have quite a few hours to kill, and for whatever reason you didn't have the chance to pick this one up, then please do so, as the game is fantastic in near enough every way and is quite cheap. Thanks for watching my review on Ace Combat 5 Squadron Leader. If you've enjoyed this review and want me to review the sequel, or rather prequel, Ace Combat The Balkan War, then please do comment down below, or if you want more videos similar to this, then make sure to check out the playlist below. But as always, I'm the Friendly Bro, and thanks for watching.